Minimum or no effort, maximum exposure. Minimum or no contribution, maximum profit. That is Meghan Markle's operandum, modus operandi. Why do I say this? We know that their trip to Colombia they specifically targeted Colombia because Colombia does have an event coming up from the 7th to the 11th online for expert panel members. And then on November 6th, they're going to have Safe Online, which is, of course, another event for children's future. We know that Meghan was hustling her way because, of course, Prince William has the Earthshot Prize. The Earthshot Prize. Of course, I repeat that, in South Africa. And he actually does a lot of work, does fundraising for that. It is heavy. I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. Meghan Markle doesn't do that. She basically, for example, in 2021, she had Girls Inc. She did a meeting with Girls Inc. She gave them $50,000. That is the bare minimum that Girls Inc. accepts for major donations like that if you go to their website. She has been dying to declare herself an expert on something. She did that CBS interview, and the CBS interview was supposed to be about parents who've lost children to unsafe online environment. Yet the whole thing was she was talking about herself. And of course, now she has barely scraped the surface. And now she's managed to get herself into this Safe Online in Bogota, Colombia, headed none other by Francia Marquez. If that name sounds familiar, that's because she's the Vice Presidenta. Remember Meghan? Vice Presidenta, Madame? Because you see, the World Global Conference that's going on from the 7th to the 11th is organized by the World Health Organization and the government of Sweden, and it's just been held in Colombia. And it was by invite only. But it seems that Meghan Markle's trip to Colombia did the trick, and apparently, we'll watch this space, please, she got herself invited. Now, keep in mind that this Safe Online event is for panel experts only. I mean, Francia Marquez, who's the vice president of Colombia, is going to do the introduction, but then you have actual panel members, expert panel members there. And who does Archewell send? Amy Neville, a parent who sadly lost the life of her son, lost his life due to a bad drug he bought online. I am struggling to see that as devastating as that was. How does that make her an expert? What is she going to contribute other than give a testimonial? Of what? She's not a doctor. She doesn't do seminars. She lobbies and does stuff like that. But her son bought an unsafe drug online, which is actually absolutely insane and very sad. And he died from that pill. But he wasn't bullied. He wasn't harassed. It was just a bad product. Sorry to say. She should sue the company who sold her that product. But how does that make her an expert? That is such a waste of space. But this is why we're getting this. And make no mistake, Meghan Markle will insert herself somehow. Just like she inserted herself at that CBS thing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she tells her when I was 11 years old story. When I was 11 years old, I didn't know. Because they have been dying to do something around November for the reason that I mentioned, because Prince William is going to be, I believe, in South Africa with Earthshot Prize, which is a global event that he created, he initiated, he gets funding for it, he talks to the people, he formed a committee. And also because Meghan Markle wants to compete with Princess of Wales. She wants to be the children's, I'm a mom. I'm such a mom who's always absent from her children, a mom who's always, her first and Mother's Day, rather than being with her, she's not even a good daughter now that I think about it. She's not even On U.S. Mother's Day, she was in Nigeria, and she didn't even wish her mother a happy Mother's Day. Did you notice that? No, because I'm in the motherland of a woman who's clearly not 43% Nigerian. So, what is she doing? You can bet your booty that Amy Neville is going to speak somehow. And then we're going to have some surprise words by Meghan Markle, who's going to hog the mic. Let's make a bet here, guys. How many of you think that even though she has Amy Neville as the person, as the panel, I don't even know why I can't even call her a panel expert, because she's not an expert. She has zero credentials other than the fact that her son ordered a bad product online and he died from it. She should be lobbying against the company who sold her son those drugs. I still don't understand it, but because this is really weird. And anyway, so Meghan Markle, her credentials are: I am a mom of 2 invisible children who are kept largely isolated. And in these times with Diddy, the signs are all there. If this woman has children, the signs are clearly there that there is neglect. There is neglect. She's neglecting those children, along with Prince Harry, who is missing in action for 35 days now. There's no Halloween. There's no pictures, not even from the back of the head. And we have these reports of Meghan Markle worried that Harry's going to be talked into staying in the United Kingdom, which is why she won't let the children go, which is very stupid. Because you see, if Harry and Meghan were to get divorced, he has visitation rights and he can bring the children to the UK. So I don't buy it. She has no power over that. She cannot legally prevent Harry from seeing his children and taking him to his homeland and sharing time there. Unless, of course, she has some secret tapes that make Harry an unfit father. Clearly, in my humble opinion, they both are. They both are clearly lacking in the parental skill department. But let's get to that. So Meghan Markle, we have that. She wasn't about to give up. She wasn't about to give up. And it's funny because she did the same thing. She's doing exactly the same thing that she did in Nigeria with a UN lady. When it was all hush hush. It was very last minute. The letter was sent the last minute. Oh, we have a special guest that I can't tell you anything about because of safety. These companies should know by now. These organizations should know by now that Meghan Markle does not bring any positive PR. Or Archwell doesn't bring any positive thing. Meghan Markle is doing the bare minimum to maximize the funding they're getting, because she's getting funding from the government because of the Archwell Parents Organization. It doesn't care, like Polly says, you only have like nothing. There's hardly anybody there. And Meghan Markle angrily responded, well, you got to start somewhere. Because it's, again, minimum effort. She wants to usurp the Princess Catherine's throne, because Princess Catherine has never claimed to be an expert. She gets an expert panel, she grabs a panel of expert people in their field with children, psychologists, psychiatrists, physical health, everything. She forms that and she listens. Meghan Markle doesn't do that. Meghan Markle thinks she's the expert. And this is the downfall, because this is a woman who's highly ignorant, highly dangerous, because she has a platform, because she's using a royal title. Still. She's failed at everything. She failed as an actress, failed as a wife, failed as a royal, failed in Spotify, failed on Netflix, failed as a writer. Failed as an entrepreneur, her arrow is kaput. But she wants to compete. She wants to take the crown from Catherine as the champion of children, just like Princess Diana was. The problem is that Princess Diana did do her work. Princess Diana did meet with people. Princess Diana was not getting paid for it. Right now, there's outrage in the United Kingdom because Invictus Foundation got £27 million. That's about $35 million to host the game in Birmingham. Keep in mind that none of that money goes to the veterans. The veterans have to pay to get in for their ticket. I mean, an actual entrance fee. They have to pay that. On top of that, they have to buy their way there, pay for hotels. They don't have insurance, as we saw from last year about that veteran who fell backwards and ended up screwing his back even more. And he thought that the army insurance was going to cover his injuries, but they didn't, and neither did Invictus Games. So now we see Rachel Meghan Markle, because mark my words, and we're going to do a video about it tomorrow, she will be popping in. She won't help. She can't help herself. Amy Neville is not an expert at anything other than the sad fact that she lost a child because he ordered a bad product online. She should be suing the company who ordered that, who made that product. That's who she should be suing. I mean, the online transaction worked. The problem was that the product was faulty. How does that make her an expert? How does that make her an expert? But of course, Meghan Markle managed to get herself in and put Amy Neville, because make no mistake, we're going to hear, oh, the Duchess made a surprise appearance in a surprise speech. It is terrible. This is what I said at the beginning of this video. Minimum effort, maximum exposure. Minimum to no investment contribution, maximum exploitation. That is what Rachel Meghan Markle is all about. And also her hatred towards the royal family. And Harry complicit with it, because make no mistake, she'll be the expert talking there. Amy Neville probably will be introduced, and then the Duchess will be sitting right next to her, and then she'll take over. Let's wait and see. But Meghan Markle is clearly not done trolling children online. And if anybody ever needed if there was anybody who was a threat online to children's mental health and even ours, it's Rachel Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. As usual, please leave me your thoughts, and don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, beautiful people.